Hello and welcome to this week's episode of CBTV. The referendum to recognise local government in our Constitution has been the subject of a lot of debate this week. Personally, I'm opposed to changing our Constitution in order to take power away from local communities and transfer it to Canberra's politicians and bureaucrats. I believe that the state governments and local councils are the two bodies closest to the people and thus are best placed to make decisions about what their local communities need and want. However, they then must also be accountable for those decisions. The buck needs to stop with them. And that's the essence of my difficulty with the referendum question. It would concentrate power and accountability in Canberra, and this would undermine one of the founding principles of our federation. As a Liberal Senator in the Parliament, I reject the local government referendum on the basis of federalism, freedom and responsibility, three core Liberal principles. Our system of governing was developed in a specific way to divide power, to make sure that no one government body had it all. And this week we've seen just how unjustly the federal government can wield the power they have. This week the government announced that both sides of the referendum question would not receive an equal amount of public funding to make their case before the Australian people. This is an unprecedented position for a government to take. For the record, the Yes campaign was given $10 million by Labor, while the No campaign was promised 1/20th of this amount. Fairness and equity don't seem to be of concern for this government. And I commend Tony Abbott for taking action against this gross act of inequity by writing to the Prime Minister's office to request equal funding. Now, I do not support the change to the Constitution. However, as the referendum looks set to go ahead on election day, the Australian people will be called upon to make their own assessment of Labor's proposal. And whatever side of the debate you sit on, a reasonable person should conclude that a decision to change our Constitution should not be unfairly influenced by the partisanship of government largesse. That's CBTV. I'm Cory Bernardi.